From the high-definition production center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Weekly.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Weekly. We're glad you joined us for this look at what's happening in and around Troy University. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. A possible shooting on campus was on the minds of Troy University students, faculty, and staff Thursday as a morning safety message warned of rumors of a possible shooting, one that did not occur. Lauren Harkson explains what was behind the university's warning.
So it all stems back to this one writing on the bathroom wall that indicated, it was stated Troy State, there will be a shooting on 9/21/17.
That message was found in the dining hall last week and led university officials to warn students, faculty, and staff about a rumored shooting planned for Thursday.
When the university sent out a email and posting onto our SOS website concerning a number of rumors that we had received last night and early into the morning, that there was going to be a shooting on campus today. And so we asked students to take, normal precautions.
While the university exercised caution about the initial threat, there had been reports of additional threatening messages being found around campus. Reeves says the dining hall message was the only actual threat found.
And that is the only written, threat of any sort that we have received. These other notes that supposedly were thrown, in the bathrooms, we have not been able to substantiate those at all.
Even though the university didn't feel there was any substance to the rumor, they did increase police presence on campus on Thursday as a precaution.
Typically on a day shift, there's 4 sworn officers and 3 security officers. Today that was probably, we brought back in an additional 4 of our own officers. The city sent officers over, the county sent some up. We probably had somewhere close to 15, 18 officers on campus.
And Reeves says that a greater law enforcement presence will be visible until leaders determine it is no longer necessary.
With regards to this, like I say, this had a specific date on it today, and I know today's not over, but it also had a specific time of 12 p.m. And like I say, we'll continue that heavy police presence until such time as we feel that threat is, or is no longer, even an issue with anyone.
Lauren Harkson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And while there was a threat of violence looming over campus, a group of Troy students spent their Thursday morning focusing on peace, enjoying a moment of silence and meditation for International Peace Day. Chelsea Law gives us a look at the event.
The International Cultural Arts Center hosted a free meditation session Thursday morning inside of its center in honor of International Peace Day.
We're celebrating here at the IAC to kind of foster a sense of unity throughout the campus and help our students realize that peace can be achieved, even if it is in micro amounts.
This is the first time students have been able to participate in an event hosted by IAC since they opened their doors last year.
This is our first event that has involved specifically students. We've had a couple of other events like our opening and other things, but this is for our students. Of course, anybody on the campus is welcome, but we wanted something to bring more people in here.
During the meditation session today, a moment of silence was taken to reflect on peace throughout the world.
That's actually one of the biggest features of International Peace Day that is done all over the world. There are several things that people do, but the main thing people do is have a moment of silence. And it just is to reflect on, things that we can improve in the world.
Chelsea Law, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University is now officially home to a new sorority. Alpha Omicron Pi was chartered as the 6th sorority on campus on Saturday. Antonia Reese introduces us to the newest members of AO Pi.
This past Saturday, Troy University welcomed its newest charter sorority, Alpha Omicron Pi. The organization held its bid day in the Trojan Center ballrooms, where members from other universities and other organizations here on campus helped welcome in the new founding pledge class.
It's so exciting. This is something that I never thought I was going to have a chance to be a part of, just with my schedule and everything that was going on here at college. And now that we're here, now that it's finally happening, it's fantastic. It's the best decision I've made.
With the organization now being fully established on campus, members are eager to show what Alpha Omicron Pi is all about.
So our expectations are really just to kind of get the chapter started. We're really starting with a solid foundation here of amazing women who share very common values, but ultimately we just want to build a sisterhood.
I'm super excited that AOPI is chartering here at Troy because there's so many amazing women here, and we found some incredible women that represent our values of character, dignity, and scholarship and college loyalty, which is what we'll be bringing to Troy.
Being the chapter is the first here on campus, a lot of the organization's future projects are now in the hands of the new chartered founders.
That's what's really cool, because since we are the first AOPI chapter here at Troy, it's up to us. We decide what we get to do. It's up to us what we decide how to do things. It's completely up to us. The decisions are all ours, and that's something that a lot of sororities and fraternities don't get to get, and that's a gift to AOPI.
Antonio Reese, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University Student Government Association discussed a possible name change for a Troy Residence Hall this week. Seth Hawk has the details.
Troy University Student Government Association has put a bill on docket for a suggestion to the Troy Board of Trustees to change the name of a Troy University dormitory in order to prepare for the future.
We've now built new residence hall, but we haven't given it a name yet. And hopefully, in the near future, we will be building new dorms on campus. And those will also be new dorms as well. So, we're going to have to name the building something so that our people will be able to tell the difference and know where to go.
The building that the SJ wants to change the name of is the building behind me. New Residence Hall is its current name, but hopefully because of the bill put on docket last night, that building will soon have a new name.
We have moved tonight to recommend to the Board of Trustees and the administration at Troy University that new residence hall be named after Lamar P. Higgins. He is a member of the Board of Trustees, and he is a strong advocate for the students here at Troy University. So we feel that it is appropriate to name the building after him, or recommend that it be named after him.
Ray also says that other names were considered for recommendations to the Board of Trustees, but ultimately Higgins was the choice for the SGA. The SGA will address the name change again in their next meeting next Tuesday at 6:30 in Hawkins Hall. Seth Hawk, Troy, TrojanVision News.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll see how Troy students honored the lives of the victims of the 9/11 attacks through service. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Now back to Troy TrojanVision News Weekly.
Troy's Air Force ROTC celebrated the 70th anniversary of the founding of the Air Force on Monday on the Social Quad. But one group of cadets took the time to also honor troops that were captured or went missing. Nathaniel Rodriguez has the story.
Troy University's Arnold Air Society has honored missing troops and prisoners of war Monday with its Stand Strong event for National POWMIA Recognition Day. The members of the society, who are Air Force ROTC cadets, set up in front of the Trojan Center and took shifts standing at attention.
Attention is the highest sign of respect, aside from saluting, that a service member can give. So we've been taking shifts on and off today with cadets who will step in and relieve the others of their duties. And just to show our respect for the ones who aren't here with us anymore.
In addition to standing at attention, cadets gave out information on National POWMIA Recognition Day and facts about the military service members the United States has lost over the years.
Throughout our conflicts with other nations in history, troops have been lost to either been taken as prisoners or they've just slipped into the unknown and they've been unaccounted for. Their families deserve closure.
National POWMIA Recognition Day is usually on the third Friday of September, but the Arnold Air Society had to reschedule it to Monday, coinciding with the Air Force's 70th founding anniversary celebration that took place next to it.
Due to the chance of some inclement weather, I chose to move it to this Monday, and it worked out great. You know, being here with the Air Force, it brought more people here, more recognition. People stopped and asked questions about it.
Nathaniel Rodriguez, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
And veterans of all the armed forces that are enrolled at Troy University had an opportunity to learn about government services available to them Tuesday afternoon, courtesy of Troy for Troops. Janae Jordan has the story.
On Tuesday afternoon, the Troy for Troops Vet Success held a browse session in the Hawkins Hall lobby to give students a chance to learn about the Veterans Program on campus.
Located inside the Troy for Troops Center, we have the Vet Success Office, and we are speaking with local veterans who attend Troy about what benefits they are entitled to.
All students, veterans, active duty service members, and dependents attending Troy University can access the Department of Veterans Affairs through a full-time VA counselor.
Students who are dependents or veterans or students who want to volunteer can come by the Troop Center. And we do events to raise money for like a Troy for Troops scholarship and different things, so they're more than welcome to come by the office.
Through this program, the Veterans Benefit Administration places an experienced vocational rehabilitation counselor directly on campus to assist and support the veteran students and their family members.
The Vet Success Officer, Mr. Ricky Jones, helps veterans and their dependents if they are entitled to medical benefits, survivor benefits, if they're entitled to education benefits, voc rehab. So he is able to assist them, and then what he's unable to assist with them, he is able to put them in connection with the organizations that are able to assist them.
Students will be offered another chance to meet with the Vet Success on campus outside of the Math and Science building on Thursday, September 21st, 2017. Janae Jordan, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Every year, Troy University students honor the lives lost during the September 11th attacks through service in the community. As Sarah Singletary shows us, the activity is part of a nationwide service effort that has a local impact.
Murphree Park is getting a fresh coat of mulch this weekend, all in remembrance of September 11th. This project is one of many in the annual weekend of service that started roughly 8 years ago and has spread to schools, cities, and universities across the country.
We usually do a service project every year just to remember the loss of life and loss of property and the momentous day that was.
Troy University's Office of Civic Engagement partnered with the city of Troy to get an entire dump truck full of mulch dumped into the park.
This park hasn't been mulched in 2 years, so it was way overdue.
And according to Livingston, addressing community needs is what the university-city partnership is all about.
We communicate about service projects all over the city and the county. So whenever there's a need that he thinks of that would be a great volunteer opportunity, he lets me know.
Once the project gets the green light, the Office of Civic Engagement opens it up to volunteers. And on Friday, Livingston and her crew were joined by some helping hands wearing championship rings, the Troy women's basketball team.
At first, when I came out, I wasn't thinking about it, but when I was actually out here, it kind of feels good, I'm doing something for the community, so it feels good.
The Office of Civic Engagement is still accepting volunteers for this project. Sarah Singletary, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
In today's age of online banking, many college students don't know how to balance a checkbook or even know what credit is. Troy's Office of Civic Engagement has jumped into action to help students prepare for their future. Anna Kate Patterson has the details.
The Troy University Office of Civic Engagement introduced a new seminar today, Adulting 101. Students and guest speakers met in the Hall of Honor at noon to talk about skills you need to live a successful adult life. The Office of Civic Engagement Graduates Assistant, Max Herman, explains a little more the purpose of this new seminar topic.
Teaching our students more about what it means to be an adult, those little small things that we just kind of look over. We're here to get a degree, but we forget about the small things like finances, which really are big things, and we need to pay more attention to those things. So it's cool to be able to come here and learn more about that.
The Office of Civic Engagement hopes to hold this seminar monthly, speaking on a different, useful topic each meeting.
This time around, it's going to be financing, managing your money. Another upcoming session is going to be about your career, and we're going to have some more money management as well.
While the seminar is open to all Troy University students and not required for any Troy students, Livingston says the topics will coincide with one specific university class.
It is strongly recommended for Troy 1101, the freshman orientation classes. So all the teachers that are within that group, they have told their students about it, and it should line up with the syllabus of managing your money within the Troy 1101 curriculum.
Representatives from both Troy Bank and Trust and Guardian Credit Union spoke today on how to manage your finances and on the differences between good and bad credit. Anna Kate Patterson, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
And once a month, the Office of Civic Engagement gives students a chance to engage with each other on topics relevant to current events. The Talk of Troy allows students to spend their lunch hour in discussion on the topics while enjoying free pizza. Antonio Reese has the story.
The Talk of Troy has hosted an event discussing the threat of global nuclear war and posed an open forum for students to discuss just how prepared and educated society would be if war was inevitable. The forum also served as a social for students to enjoy some free pizza and unite on a serious topic. For those unsure of what the forum was about, organizer Avery Livingston explains.
So the Talk of Troy is a chance for students to come and actually have a conversation with each other about current events, important issues in the world and the United States.
The main topic of the forum was the nuclear tension America faces when dealing with North Korea, and if affirmative or peaceful action is needed. Livingston discusses the importance of this subject.
Today we talked about North Korea and nuclear proliferation. So this is a very current topic that a lot of students are concerned about. I think it was a good way to get people talking about their different opinions and different military or diplomatic solutions.
Talk of Troy is put on by the Office of Civic Engagement, which offers a variety of opportunities for students to become more involved in the community.
So the Office of Engagement has many different things that we do to get involved with the students and the community. So one of the things we do is the Campus Kitchens Project, which is our main initiative. Basically what we do is we take food from the dining hall, repackage it, repurpose it for kids that basically might go hungry over the weekend. So we deliver that food to places like Head Start, Christian Love Center, and the Boys and Girls Club. Other things we do are a backpack for kids. We do a Southern film series where we bring in independent films and screen those, and then we do things like this, like Talk of Troy.
For those interested in working on further projects or attending events for civic engagement, the organization offers weekly activities and monthly activities that can be found on their volunteer hub online. Antonio Reese, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
We're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, we'll see how the city of Troy is making its downtown area a little more pedestrian friendly. That and more right after this.
So they say it's a man's world? Well, I don't see anybody's name on it. While they were out doing their thing, we slowly changed all that. We changed all that. Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Downtown Troy is going to get a little more pedestrian friendly. A construction project is underway that will change some of the sidewalks in the downtown area. Paige Weeks has the details.
Downtown Troy will soon be seeing some upgrades. Construction on the downtown sidewalks has officially begun, and residents can expect to see changes sooner than they might think.
This is TAP 2014, which the construction has started. It started last week, so it's very new getting started. It's a 90 working day project. Working days are the days that they're actually working. It's not calendar days, it's not business days.
The project will not only bring downtown Troy's sidewalks into ADA compliancy, but will also help beautify the downtown area.
We will have locations where the sidewalks are wide enough for street trees, decorative lighting, and also landscape beds. Our downtown is beautiful. We have gorgeous historic buildings. We have great shops, great dining locations, and we hope that this helps property owners, help them improve their areas and improve the experience downtown.
The beautification changes will not affect the downtown square, but mainly the areas around it.
This project is not in the downtown square. It's in the blocks surrounding downtown square to help bring those visitors to downtown to those other blocks, because downtown is more than just the square.
And for residents and business owners who are concerned about road closures, there is good news.
We are trying not to close any streets in this. Now, it might go down to one lane in some areas for the safety of the construction workers.
As Sanders said, the process will take about 90 working days. Paige Weeks, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
And while some sidewalks may not be accessible, the square in downtown was. And that's where some Troy fans gathered last Saturday night to watch the Trojans. The city held a watch party on the square, giving Trojan fans a place to gather to cheer for victory. Brianna Jones has the story.
The city of Troy came together on Saturday night to cheer on the Troy football team when they put together a watch night party on the square. Fans came together to the place they say is the most peaceful in Troy, and some new faces to the city got to experience what the square is all about.
If you don't know anything about watching the game on the square and stuff, it's a fantastic opportunity just to get to see the beautiful square here downtown. I didn't even know this place existed. It's good just to come, chill, relax. It's still got seats available and stuff, and got the big screen up, so it's going to be a good time.
And despite the small lightning and thundering, it could never stop these fans from cheering on their Trojans.
This is my first time coming out to the downtown on the square, big screen TV, and we're a little bit slack tonight, but we had some thunder and lightning going on, but it's a good game going on, and I'm going to do this again next time we have this.
Actually, I heard about it because I work at Mama G's, so I saw the little advertisements there, and I was like, they're having a game viewing on the square, so why don't we go? And it just seemed like a fun time out here to come out. You can stop by and get some food on the way, bring your friends and family.
And the fans of the Trojans had one important message for all their viewers at home.
Go Trojans!
Brianna Jones, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll learn why a Hollywood actor is making his way to the city of Troy. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
At Troy University, our Trojan warrior spirit is manifest in a culture of caring. Our military men and women around the world are making great sacrifices every day. They recognize, and we recognize, freedom is not free. Somebody is paying that price, and we need to support them, and that's what we seek to do. Trojan warrior spirit is reflective not of just a university, but of a way of life.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
One of the stars of the show, Switched at Birth, will be at Troy University next week. We'll learn more about his visit in this week's Trojan Talk. Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be discussing why a Hollywood actor is making his way to Troy University, and my guest today is the Director of the Interpreter Training Program, Judy Robertson. Judy, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you.
And the reason why this actor is coming to Troy has to do with your program directly, the Interpreter Training Program. So tell us why we've got someone, a Hollywood actor, coming to Troy.
Well, Sean Birdie, each year he does an ASL Champions Tour where he visits different schools and programs and recognizes them for their work towards ASL, deafness, interpreting, things of that nature. And this year he decided Troy was on his list, and we're actually going to be the first stop on his tour. So his agent contacted me a few weeks ago, and we got the ball rolling, and here we go.
And Sean is an actor on the Freeform, used to be ABC Family for those out there who watch that sort of stuff, show Switched at Birth.
Correct.
And he is a hearing impaired actor, a deaf actor, who portrays a deaf person on the show, obviously, but that's something you don't normally see in any kind of programming out there.
Right.
So it's kind of a unique thing, especially to the deaf community, to see something like that.
Very much so. Typically you see a hearing person portraying a deaf person. So the fact that a deaf person actually had the opportunity to portray a deaf person gives validity to the role, gives the language the opportunity to be accurate and fluid. So it's really a neat opportunity. It makes him a wonderful role model for other deaf individuals and children, adults alike, to show them that these things can be done. They can be very successful.
And seeing that portrayed, obviously, someone who deals with the deaf and deals with sign language, and seeing that portrayed in a correct way, it's got to be something that you think to yourself, we need more of this out there.
I agree. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. For years we've seen deaf people be oppressed and not have the opportunity to showcase their talents and their voice, if you will, unless it was through the use of an interpreter. And something like this, it gives them that opportunity to be themselves.
And of course, this is going to be at Troy University, but it's not necessarily just a Troy University event. Obviously, anyone out there who's either a fan of the show, or particularly, anyone out there who's deaf or hearing impaired and would like to see someone who has succeeded in the business, this is something for them.
Correct. We don't want this to be just a Troy thing or just even an ITP thing. We want anybody and everybody who is interested in acting or interested in just meeting somebody cool and famous. Anybody out there, they're welcome to come. We'd love to have them participate and see a little bit into what we do.
And of course, it opens up there too, anybody that's interested in just seeing an actor, somebody who's, regardless of his deafness, it's just seeing an actor, somebody who's been on a show for I think somewhere like 5 years now. I think it's been on the air. So an opportunity to see someone like that, folks like to see famous people anyway.
Everybody likes to have a picture with a famous person, right? So here's your opportunity, because he will do a meet and greet after his performance. And from what I've heard, he will stay until he meets the very last person. Right. So he's open and willing to meet and take a picture with anybody who comes through the door. So. And
now, and there are tickets to purchase for this. This is a ticketed event. So tell us a little bit about that real quick.
There are tickets. It's $25 to purchase a ticket. We've posted flyers and posted information out on the internet, and there's a link. It's Sean Birdie Entertainment, and you go there, select the Troy location, and buy your ticket. You do have to have a ticket for the event, and no tickets will be sold at the door. So you do need to buy those prior to the event. Prior to the event.
And of course, and for those of you who are thinking, hey, this is, there's ticket price a little steep. There is a benefit to the university out of this as well. So.
Definitely. One cool thing about it is 20% of their proceeds will come back to the ASL ITP Club here at Troy University to support some of the events that they do throughout the year.
So an opportunity to see this actor come to campus and benefit the programs here at Troy as well.
Yes.
Now we haven't touched on this yet. When and where?
It'll be next Thursday, September 28th at 6:30 p.m. at Claudia Crosby Theater here on Troy's campus.
Claudia Crosby Theater. And make sure that if you guys are interested, they got to get tickets prior to the event. And where can they get those tickets again?
The Sean Birdie Entertainment. I believe it's SeanBurneyEntertainment.com. And if you'll just select the Troy location, it'll take you to the website where you'll buy the tickets.
All right. Well, here's looking forward to seeing a little bit of Hollywood come to Troy for an evening, and an opportunity for people to see an actor who has succeeded in the business and promoted interpreter training, American Sign Language out there.
We're excited about it.
And I know you are. Thanks for joining us here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk. And that's what happened on the third week of September 2017. To find out what's happening throughout the week, you can tune into Troy Trojan Vision News at 5, 6:30, and 10:30 Monday through Friday, or anytime by following us on Twitter at Troy TV News. Also, feel free to like our Troy Trojan Vision News fan page on Facebook to see links to online content from Troy Trojan Vision News. We hope you join us again next week for another edition of Troy Trojan Vision Weekly. Have a good week.